when we first started doing this, which was I think it was
March?
February, March,
Okay.
something like that.
Yeah.
There was a big period of time where you were posting like every month,
Yeah. Yeah.
but you haven't posted on your main channel,
Right.
on your channel.
I launched into the Madness schedule during pretty much the entirety of the year 2022.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember. I just saw like subscriber updates in
yeah.
my subscription box, and I was like, I don't understand. I think I said this the last time how I couldn't, or maybe the first time I think we did this, I couldn't understand, especially with this fully animated stuff. And I was like, I don't know how the hell you're putting this out. But there's been a long period, so I
No,
wanted to know.
you can't do that. During the 3 week, we'll call that the 3 week schedule because it was 3 weeks Tuesday. Uh, yeah, it's, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
So what have you been working
I don't
on
know what
for
to say.
the past
I'm
7 months?
doing it a different way. Now that I've done the Blitz one by one thing, it's the right time now to try something that I've fantasized about for a long time, which is to stay in the same department um, for a long time across multiple videos and not switch.
What's that? What's
Because,
that department right
well,
now?
think of it right now. I'm doing modeling stairs.
Modeling stairs. I like that. Are you using Blender? Will you say?
I could say. I don't know if I will, but I could.
Will
Yeah,
you?
I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
That's a pretty.
Yeah,
I think that's an easy one because all my
yeah.
stuff is Blender. I will say because I'm too cheap
Okay,
to buy the expensive ones. But
yeah. Put it this way: I'm a control freak, so I'm more likely to want to program my own way of doing something rather than learn a pre-established way of doing something.
I have no amount of patience for that. I respect you for
Just to
doing
give
that.
you,
I can't do
yeah,
it though. I can't. If I
yeah,
had to learn how to code, my good buddy's really good at coding stuff. I can't do that. I
yeah,
get the free version of everything that I can find, and then I just shove YouTube down my throat until I learn how to do it, and then I get the
yeah,
thing need to get done, and then I probably won't touch it for another year and a half.
yeah, yeah.
So wait, what's this big project that these stairs
Assembly
are a part
line.
of?
Basically, yeah. Think of it like a television production studio that also does song recordings and songs and whatever everything that I do. Pretend that's like a big production studio, right? How many different job positions do you think would be in that company?
Way more than there should be. I'll tell you that. Having worked in
Okay,
television, I'll tell you that there's
okay,
like 40% too many people whose jobs
right,
aren't really real.
right, okay. But it's still like more than one probably to like properly get the work done, right?
If that one for sure more than
Yeah,
one.
yeah. And so those jobs are very different from each other. Very different, like an entirely different mindset. For
Hmm.
example, let's say I'm just singing vocals. I'm a singer, right? How different is that from modeling stairs? Totally different thing, right?
Oh, I mean, I thought you were trying to say if they're like similar, and I was like, I don't really see
My
the
point is
overlap.
that no, my point is that they're very different. My
Okay,
point is that
okay, good.
when I get into doing one thing and I do the entire like one video's worth of work in that department and I get to the end, it's terrible because I feel like I'm finally just now getting the hang of it, at least for now. I really feel like I'm getting into it, and then I have to completely put on a different hat and do something completely different. And that's the way it normally has to go when I'm doing one video at a time. So I've always just like had this fantasy that I can do like 15 videos at a time and stay in the singing department, for example, and just sing them all, or then just do drums for them all, or just do songwriting for them all, or just modeling, or just character animation, or just lip sync department animation, or it's like there's so many different, entirely different things to do that it's really just a bummer to have to switch jobs so often. So I've always wished that I could just do 15 videos at a time and just stay in the same job position across all 15 videos and then switch to the next thing and do that across all 15 videos. I've been dreaming about doing that for so long.
And that's exactly what you're doing right now.
It happens to be, yes, it is what I'm doing now.
How?
And the reason I normally don't do that is because there's everything is great about it except for the one tiny detail of like how the fuck many years is that going to take me to actually get this stuff done. So it's like that's the reason I haven't done it, but the desire to do that has been growing
How many
like
videos
crazy.
are you working on right now? Do you
It's
know?
15. It's 15.
Oh, it's a full 15.
I call it the 15 stack. Yeah.
So are you gonna do those like they're gonna before the first one comes out? Are they all gonna be 100% done? Is that the plan?
I would estimate the way things are going, and I'm really looking forward to this day. It may be a pipe dream. This may be impossible. What I'm doing may be completely impossible. And it may, 6 months from now, I may have a total rock bottom meltdown where I realize that this is not possible and I'll have to just abandon it and do something else. But mostly it seems fantastic. So yeah, I would get to the stage where they're all like in the final, like post-production, whatever, color correction, whatever goes last. And then life is great because I finish one, put it out, and then I can actually put them out as I want to, rather than just being at the mercy of whichever one is done or not done. I'll be able to have like my wits about me to be able to release them as I want to release them, and not just be tied up because they're not done yet. You know what I mean?
How do you deal financially when you're going to take a break that's this long? Because now it's 7 months. That's the greater part of a year. I couldn't take 7 months off of my job. So how do you plan for that on a financial basis? Are you making enough from your channel from old content to live comfortably in that period, or do you have to kind of like condense how you live for a while?
That's interesting. Yeah, we should start an entire second show about money and talk about money.
Well, let's talk about it right now.
Let's do it on a different show.
We got the time right now, Bill. We just started.
Yeah, I think that's a different show.
I don't know.
Talk about it on a different show.
Because I'm curious because
you first. How much money do you make?
I didn't ask a specific, Bill. Okay. I just said, I don't need you to say I make this much. I just want to know, how are you able to plan for that when you're taking that much off? Because even for someone as successful as you are, for lots of content creators, they have to have something that they're putting out in all these stages where they take breaks. Otherwise they can't support themselves financially. I can't support myself off of this show. I work as a DJ now, Bill. When we met, I was working in TV. Now I'm a DJ. I couldn't take a month off. So I'm just curious, how do you plan for that?
Yeah. We could do a whole other show about this, really.
Do you have a secret job that we don't know about?
I would say it's one of three things. It's either yes to that, or yes to something else, or yes. It has to be something, right?
Then what is
you'd think?
Which one of those somethings is it?
Well, let's see. I think we're gonna have to talk about it on. I just got an idea. I just got a brand new idea.
What's
I think
the
we should start a separate. I think we should start a separate show and talk about this on that show.
Bill, I can barely do this show. I can barely edit the videos and do the thumbnails and all that for this. I don't know if I can do a second fully of that.
I know.